Hello and welcome to this week's Live, Local and Loud with me, Kevin Gaughan. On this week's show, I shall be chatting to young Anuok from Kali Yuga and talking about how their distinctive type of music came about. And we'll also be playing their tunes as well. And also we'll be playing lots of homegrown music by local bands. Hello, I hope you're all well and are having a great week. Let's kick this week's show off with a bit of dumb language and call you back. That was the wonderful Dumb Language and Call You Back. Of course, their next gig is going to be this Sunday, the 30th of April 23, and they're going to be playing as part of Handmade, which is a local music festival in sunny Leicester. The festival itself spans across Firebug, both floors of Firebug, upstairs and downstairs, and Duffy's Bar, and you'll be able to see Dumb Language there early on in the day at 1:20. The actual festival starts at about midday, finishes at midnight, and you can get your tickets from Handmade Festival on Facebook. So yeah, that was Dumb Language. So now let's have a little bit of reggae and Yarmanya and Ibby Sound. Ital is vital.
Fireworks! How I do it? How I do it? Alright, I'll be your judgment your day again. Man, I feel strong, man, I feel fit, cause a life, man, I live. Vital is vital, no doctor fit. Man, I feel strong, man, live long, man, I feel physically fit. Vital is vital, no doctor fit. Man, I feel strong, man, I feel fit, cause a life, man, I live. Vital is vital, no doctor fit. Man, I feel strong, man, live long, man, I feel physically fit. Vital is vital, no doctor fit. Me say onion, turmeric, and thyme can't cook without them. My food have his spice. Alright, so me chop it up on the board real fine. While pot did a bubble, still a meds bout life. Alright, high blood pressure it healable. Cancer is healable. AIDS is healable. Diabetes is healable. Depression healable. Addiction healable. But one thing visual sickness will not be strong and I feel fit cause a life man I live. Vital is vital, no doctor fit. Man I feel strong, man live long, man I feel physically fit. Vital is vital, no doctor fit. Man I feel strong, man I feel fit cause a life man I live. Vital is vital, no doctor fit. Man I feel strong, man live long, man I feel physically fit. Vital is vital, no doctor fit. Service for the service of man, the healing of all nations it can. With the whole lioness, ain't nothing new under the sun. Before you start creep, can't walk or run. You born, same earth from the past. The right medicine for the past. Run out of flaxseed and wheatgrass. Mama provides all that we need. Only that you should deserve to do it and take it. Man I feel strong, man I feel fit cause a life man I live. Vital is vital, no doubt. Man I feel strong, man live long, man I feel physically fit. Vital is vital, no doctor fit. Man I feel strong, man I feel fit cause a life man I live. Vital is vital, no doctor fit. Man I feel strong, man live long, man I feel physically fit. Vital is vital, no doctor fit.
Vital is vital. Vital is vital. Vital is vital.
Counteraction.
Vital is vital.
That was Leicester's very own Yarmanya and Ibby Sound. Ital is vital. And he's going to be playing in November, 11th of November at the Sunny Music Cafe here in sunny Leicester. He's going to be doing some love dub. He's going to be including Nia Songbird, Mr. Feelgood, and it's also featuring Yarmanya. So yeah, that looks like a treat for all us reggae lovers. Meanwhile, let's have a little bit of the smooth vocals from Drippo Joel. Of course, I spoke to him a couple of weeks ago on this very show. You can check that out on musicinleicester.co.uk. But meanwhile, here's Drippo Joel and Island Boy.
Genius. Island dance with a island boy. Said that she wanna dance with a island boy. Island dance with a island boy. Said that she wanna dance with a. I wanna dance with my Chargy. I wanna dance with a baby. I wanna dance with my Shetty. I wanna dance with a baby. I wanna dance with Mudiwa Wango. I wanna dance with Mudiwa Wango. I wanna dance with me Amado. I wanna dance with me Amado. Yeah, I wanna dance with my up and down. I wanna dance with my up and down. I wanna dance for the summer. I wanna dance for the summer. Yeah. It's I'm coming, yeah, the vibe so clean, for the summer, and I'm doing my thing. Look, island boy, yeah, the vibes on me, raise the temperature, like 30 degrees. Look, see, I'm coming, yeah, the vibe so clean, time for the summer, and I'm doing my thing. Look, island boy, yeah, the vibes on me, raise the temperature, like 30 degrees. Look, island dance with a island boy, say that she wanna dance with a island boy. Island dance with a island boy, say that she wanna dance with a. I wanna dance with my Chargy. I wanna dance with a baby. I wanna dance with my Shetty. I wanna dance with a baby. I wanna dance with Mudiwa Wango. I wanna dance with Mudiwa Wango. I wanna dance with me Amado. I wanna dance with me Amado. Yeah, I wanna dance with my up and down. I wanna dance with my up and down. I wanna dance for the summer. I wanna dance for the summer. Yeah.
That was the wonderfully smooth, sultry sounds of Drippo Joel and Island Boy. Okay, coming up next is Sweet Amber, The Night.
Run and tell your neighbors.
That was the wonderful Sweet Amber and The Night. Okay, so that brings us to that time of the show where it's time for this week's interview, where I'm chatting to young Anuok from, interestingly named, Kali Yuga. But first of all, we shall start off with not one but two of their tracks, because one sort of merges into the other. It's called Ride the Kali Yuga and This Is My Life. That was Ride the Kali Yuga and This Is My Life by the rather interestingly named Kali Yuga. And this week's interview is with Anuok from the band. Hello there, Anuok. How the devil am I finding you today?
Hi Kev, I'm pretty good. How are you? It's nice to be here.
Excellent. And it's nice to be here with you too. I'm awesome today. Thank you very much.
Great.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Kali Yuga, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah, Kali Yuga.
Excellent, excellent. Would you just like to quickly say what you do in the band and what the others do? Would you like to introduce the band for me,
Yeah.
please?
So once again, I'm Anuok. I do drums and backing vocals. Then we have Cameron Cooper, our lead singer, who also plays acoustic guitar from time to time. Louis Bourne on lead guitar and Bailey Godleyman on bass.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Kali Yuga, brilliant. And I've got to ask, right, what's that name all about?
So Cameron's the one that actually came up with it. So there's this South Asian Hindu belief that there's a life cycle throughout life, and Kali Yuga is a stage is the fourth life cycle in which you kind of have to break down society in order to rebuild it. And when he brought it up to me, he kind of felt like the time we're living in, I feel like the amount of stuff you hear in the news, stuff feels kind of rough and it doesn't always feel great. And that's where the Kali Yuga kind of fits into that.
Are you quite a new band then, I gather? How and why and when did you get together as a band?
We got together around, I think, June or July of last year. Um, Me, Louis, and Bailey were in college and we were just finishing it up. And I had been, friends with Cameron for a bit.
Oh, okay. So why
And I
now
think
it's
he
an
just
interest
he just wanted to stop playing music with people, and we've been talking about it for a while.
and how did you come I mean you've got an interesting style going on there in the band. So how did you come across that style, or is it just some sort of style type of music that you liked anyway?
Well, this we honestly hate answering this question because we never know what to really say. Because I mean, the way we work, we kind of get into a session and just come up what we come up with. Our ideas just kind of meld together. They
Oh,
just we just found out that we work really well together as a group, but we never really sit down and be like, okay, we're gonna focus on this genre, focus on that genre. It just kind of
right.
all oozes out in a way.
Would you describe how would you describe it then, or would you not be able to describe it?
I
Or
guess I could give it a range of things. I think we take off the box of being quite, I don't know, very rocky, very gritty, but also could be very like, slick and alternative, I guess, is the way I could put it. I couldn't
Hmm.
pinpoint it to one thing, but that's what I like about it, I guess.
Okay. And I suppose so it can constantly change. So you can play might you play music that might you play music that fits a particular genre at points? Like might
Uh,
you play some music that's more rocky or more jazzy or
yeah,
all
I guess that comes up with the ideas we create and how we work with them.
oh,
It's yeah, we never really pinpoint on one genre. It just kind of the genre kind of I think builds from the ideas we have and how we
right.
use them together.
That's really interesting. So it's a very organic sort of band then, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say.
Wow. Brilliant. And you are quite a new band, aren't you? When did you get together?
It's around June of last year.
Oh, okay. Have you played any gigs yet?
Yeah, we played three now. Had our first one in October of last year.
Wow.
For a Stay Free showcase with Leave Your Body Behind, and that one went pretty well. We were quite nervous, but yeah, it was a fun gig. And then we had a one at the beginning of the year at the Sound House, which was hosted by Subtle Calamity, and it honestly went really well. We had people for a second gig. We were really surprised because we had people kind of like singing along to our lyrics. And we were kind of in
Wow.
disbelief. Yeah,
That's
it's fun, nice. And the recent one we did was at the Big Difference.
used to be the
With
cookie.
Yes, used to be the cookie
Yes.
for people who don't know. And interesting enough, our bassist surprised us by getting his head shaved during one of our songs.
During the song.
Yes, during the songs, and he kept playing.
Wow.
This yeah shows you how skilled that that man is on bass.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. So
Yeah,
somebody was
yeah, we were surprised to say the least.
crikey. So you're surprised, and somebody was actually standing there with a pair of clippers, shaving it
Yeah,
all
yeah.
off. Oh my.
His partner was standing there and just started shaving his head.
Oh,
Very fitting for the song we were playing. But yeah,
right.
so we can
Brilliant.
put on a good show. I'll say that.
That's good. Have you got that on video somewhere?
Yes, it's on our Instagram. If
Oh,
we've
excellent.
got a highlight of all the gigs and the big difference took a video of it. Yeah.
Excellent. We'll talk about your Instagram handles later. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's so really so like your music then. I guess if we come to one of your gigs, you never know what to expect.
Well, yeah, I could say so. We
I mean, he
uh
shaved his head. I don't know, all
yeah.
sorts of stuff could go on, couldn't it?
I mean, yeah, possibly after that one, sky's the
Wow.
limit, I guess.
It is. Gosh. Gosh. So, talking about your music, okay, so we've just played sort of two songs that sort of merge into one, Ride the Kali Yuga and This Is My Life. Would you be able to tell us a little bit about them?
Well, yeah, Ride the Kali Yuga kind of started naturally. I started playing. We were, I think, warming up in one of our sessions, and I played this beat. That's this, the first rhythm you hear on the song. It's this Brazilian beat called the Mozambique, and I was just kind of warming up. And then I think it was Louis and Cameron that were like, "Oh, we really like that. Could you keep playing that?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm not too sure." But then we just started building on it, and then it kind of had this like surf rock vibe to it, and we kind of it was kind of tongue in cheek because once Cameron started singing "Ride the Cali Yuga," we kind of treated it as our like chant and as our well opening song. Um, and yeah, it's kind of built from there.
Okay, brilliant. Well, we'll chat a little bit more about the band after the next song, the equally interestingly titled
Yes,
"Usurp." Now,
yeah.
now, lovely chilled little number this is. Would you like to tell us a little bit about it?
Oof. The funny thing about it, when we made the song, we were so exhausted and tired because I don't know, we'd all been working and then we went straight to our band practice and we just were like kind of fed up. And I think Louis was just messing around on his guitar and he started playing these really jazzy chords. And we all started kind of slugging along and it slowly built. And
Oh,
then I think somehow Cameron's lyrics just really fit to it. They're kind of, I don't know, it's like he's screaming into a void and that it kind of fit the session that we were in at the moment.
right.
Yeah.
So it's again quite an organic thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right then. So here's "Usurp" by Kali Yuga.
in a vision before the dream, before the end of time. We are mankind, leaves in the bed, trodden in passing, soft, passive flesh, not everlasting. We're mankind, the left be the first, and the second and all the things that
That was Usurp by the rather interestingly named Kali Yuga, and this week's interview is with Anuok from the band. So Anuok, so you've told us a bit about how Usurp was created as a song. Why do you call it Usurp?
Well, I think Cameron just kind of liked the word, and from what I understand, the lyrics he's singing, "Rain it in for me," can go both ways. As in rain as like weather, but also rain as in kind of bring it back, pull it in, chill out for a bit, like you're being usurped. So rain it in, is the way he described it. Yeah, that's.
If I asked you then, what are the band's influences?
Yeah, another interesting one. I mean, we've got all got a range of stuff.
Right.
I think Cameron's a huge
weird stuff here. Is that right?
Yeah, I think the range is quite strange, which
Right.
kind of benefits us. I'd say Cameron's a huge Beatles fan. It's big influence on the way he writes and stuff like that. We're also both fans of quite like soul and neo soul music. We like how kind of elegant and lush that genre can be. We all love a bit of like the post punk stuff. Bands like Slint are pretty cool. Bailey, out of everyone, Bailey's probably got the heaviest taste in music, with like the metal and like harsh noise and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I often wonder. Now you're a singing drummer, aren't you?
Yeah.
So I often wonder from the audience point of view, it looks quite complicated. You've got a lot going on there, playing the drums and singing at the same time. Is it as difficult as it looks?
Kinda, yeah. I'm honestly kind of surprised how I do it. But I think when I first did it, when I first started doing it, I'm not like singing specific words. I'm kind of, singing like big notes that like stretch over Cameron singing, and kind of just belting out notes, which I think made it easier without having to focus on specific notes, which I do a little more now. But
Right.
yeah, I think I've just been doing it more, getting used to it, but it is kind of tricky at first. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine it looks it. I suppose with your band though, the drumming tempo is quite sort of on the slower side, isn't it?
uh, I wouldn't say I think there's a balance between it. We've got a range of it. Like Usurp and Open Heart are quite, yeah, so slower songs, but we do have some upbeat quite songs, but I don't sing as much I do
Oh,
on there. So I
no.
do sing more on the slower ones, which does help.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was going to say you must get tired. You must get quite exhausted if you're doing the fast ones and singing at the same time. You've got to get
Yeah.
your breathing sorted as well.
Yeah.
All right, then. So let's talk about the future a bit. Have you got any more gigs? So you've talked about one gig. Which one was that again?
So yeah, the only one we've currently lined up is May the 12th at Firebug.
Right.
Really excited. Yeah, for now that's the one we have. We've just been honestly, we've just kind of been focused on becoming better as a band and working on material.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
So
we are
all
very
these,
excited.
yeah, all these
Sorry.
songs that we're playing today are recordings of live performances. Is that right?
Yeah, live practices.
Oh, okay. All right. So hopefully you'll get some properly recorded songs out before too long.
Yeah, actually, we were hoping so like rehearsing throughout the summer, and then we're hoping to record an album at hopefully by the end of this year or the beginning of next year. And we just kind of want to release all the songs in one, no singles, just kind of get it all out there.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good idea. I prefer albums rather than singles. Any ambitions to play any festivals or anything?
I think it's the Western Park festivals.
Oh yeah, Western Park.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. We got in contact with the guy that runs it, and we
Mm.
filled out a form and everything to hopefully be a part of that. So that would be really cool if we
Oh,
get to get through it. Yeah.
okay. So you've not auditioned for this year's one. You're gonna hopefully go for next year's one, hopefully.
Apparently there's a chance we might get an audition, like a later one.
Oh right, for this year.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
But
All
if
right.
not, we will try and do next year.
Yeah. Oh,
So
awesome.
hopefully that goes through. Yeah.
Okay, so and if people want to follow you, what's your social media tags?
So on Instagram, it's the only thing we have right now is it's at Kali Yuga Band or Kali Yuga, and then you'll find us. If you see a little logo of a surfing man, that's us. Yeah.
Excellent. And you're not on Facebook yet.
No, we're not. We're just currently on Instagram, but we'll work on the others soon.
Okay, so we're going to play your last song in a moment. But before we do, I'm going to ask you about it. But before I ask you about it, I'm going to ask you. So we're near the end of your first ever radio interview. What's it been like for you?
It's been all right. I think I've had fun speaking with you. I was like I said, I was a little nervous at the beginning of it, be like, oh God, what do I say? I'm on my own with this one. I was worried I'd just ramble and
Just
lose
answer
track
the
of it.
questions.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're about to play Open Heart. I think I know how this is going to go, but we're about to play Open Heart. And how did this song come about? Anuok?
Well, um, when Cameron was initially writing this song, he wanted to focus on a kind of acoustic focused song, and that something that builds instead of just because we've had more heavier and more louder songs compared to our softer ones,
Yeah.
and it kind of developed into this idea that a song like slowly kind of builds and crescendos, and it kind of fits the theme of it. Um, Very like hopeless lyrics, and yeah, it just kind of fit that style of it. I hope I
Oh,
explained that correctly. Sorry.
excellent.
Yeah.
And so the word "open heart" that's just a couple of words that sounded good and matched it. Is that right? No
Well,
particular
yeah, pretty
meaning.
much. Since to
Yeah.
open your heart to let yourself open up and
Oh,
You know.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Open up. Yeah. Okay. All right then. Anyway, Anuok, it's been great chatting with you today. Thank you very much. And I shall
No
look
problem.
forward to seeing you hopefully at Western Park Festival, or if not at Firebug. What was the date for Firebug?
Yes, no, that'd be cool. The date was the 12th of May. I will
12th
double.
of
Yes, the 12th of May. Those at 7.
Excellent. Excellent. Look forward to that. Brilliant. Thank you very much. And here's Open Heart by Kali Yuga. Very quiet ending there. As it disappears into the horizon, that was me chatting to young Anuok from Kali Yuga. Of course, I mentioned Western Park Festival in that interview. The date for Western Park Festival, if you want to see them there, if they do perform there, is Saturday the 22nd of July in sunny Western Park on Hinckley Road in Leicester. And it goes from midday till about 8 o'clock in the evening. It's a little mini festival for all the family stuff for kids to do and everything. And there's some really good local bands there as well. Don't forget, this Sunday we've got Handmade Festival in Leicester, spanning over Firebug and Duffy's Bar, with lots of local bands and lots of national bands as well. So that'll be a great little gig. Get your tickets from Handmade Festival 2023 on Facebook, and hopefully I shall see you there. So that brings us to the end of another live Local and Loud with me, Kevin Gaughan. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Don't forget, as I said earlier, if you want to check out any local music in sunny Leicestershire, check out our gig guide in musicinleicester.co.uk. Also, if you want to listen to any previous live Local and Louds or interviews, then you can check out musicinleicester.co.uk, and there'll be a handy playlist on the right hand side. So do have a great week, and I shall see you next Thursday 5 o'clock here on sunny Hermitage FM.